It's different. URT, who are we? URT, who are we? URT, who are we? Last day having ya. Last day having ya. This is the URT. You are the URT. Welcome to the URT. It's, you know what? I've been out there. All the doors in my gaff flat's been open because it was blazing sunny out here. And now I'm freezing to bits, people. I'm freezing. I'm absolutely freezing. So I'm have to, yeah, I can't justify putting the heat in them, but because it was blazing today. I've been out in the sun. I don't know if you can see me, people. I don't know if you can see me. I don't know if you can see me, but I've been out there. I've been out and about in that sun. Bumbaye, how you doing?
Good.
Diego.
Can't complain. Yeah, beautiful day, man. Blessed. Went today, had a football tournament. Went all right. And yeah, happy days, man. You're muted, bro.
The football tournament.
Sorry?
Where's the football tournament?
Was that Pitts?
All right, who are guys? Your boys?
No, we got invited. It was an annual thing. We got invited at the start of the month. Okay. So it was, you know, they're only inviting the best players in England, so I got an invite. Nah, it was
a superstar, you know. Mumbai is a superstar.
I have to start charging. Yeah. So now it was a lot of people that coach, a lot of people that help out and host games, run games. So the organisation put a day on for everybody, and it was a tournament. So yeah, we went there. It was all right, man. It was okay. Didn't win it, but the teams were random selections. So yeah, it was good fun. It was good to get back out on the pitch. You know what I mean? Enjoyed it. The weather was beautiful, so can't complain. You're muted, man.
I said, did you enjoy or did you pull anything?
No. I had a wonderful time, bro. I had a really, really good day. Lots of good people. Met a few faces that I know from outside of football, actually, which was quite funny, from the business world. Okay. But yeah, really, really good day, bro. Enjoyed myself as meant.
Yeah. Big up the people. Please smash a like. Welcome to the URT. This is the URT. We are the URT. Mumbai, it's a derby tomorrow. Derby, sitting protest and all that business. But obviously,
there's a protest?
There's a sitting protest. They're going to stay in the stadium.
Oh, that's a bit of a... People that clean the stadium have drawn the short straw there, but there you go. You're muted. What's wrong with you today? Why are you muting? Don't mute no more. Just leave it on.
There's a bit of that going on. I mean, that's what I meant to say. There's a bit of that going on, our kid. In terms of...
So after the game, nobody's leaving. Well, people.
No, not everybody. No. Some people are leaving. Some people.
Yeah. Okay. Are you going to the game?
I'm going to the. I don't know yet. I don't know yet. Yeah. It depends. It depends. I'll know tomorrow.
Okay. Are you gonna sit in?
I'll know tomorrow. Yeah, we'll see. But big up to everybody.
You're gonna stay
tomorrow. It's a derby tomorrow, and I'm not really looking forward to it because this football team and this football club. Yeah, big up Stephen Kramer. So Stephen Maguire, sorry, still not Stephen Kramer. Stephen Maguire. Big up, man. Big up to all of you. I'm not really looking forward to it. Genuinely, I'm not.
Come on, man. The weather's beautiful. It's Man City. It's win, lose or draw. It's the derby, man.
You tell me what you're looking forward to. What are you looking forward to?
Playing Man City at Old Trafford on a sunny day. Win, lose or draw, I don't know. We'll see. They're not exactly flying. Haaland's out. Marmouche has come in. He's done all right. But yeah, it's not the same Man City. So it's not a foregone conclusion. Even when we had a better team than this, we used to go in and thinking, we'll take 2-0, 3-0, getting panned. But, we've done all right against Man City. The big teams, they like to come, they like to push high, and we enjoy. We play well like that. We struggle against the teams like Forest, man, low block, no, don't move and break. But City don't do that. City come, push a high line and stuff, and you never know. We might get 3 points. We might get a point. It's a derby as well, bro. It's always good to see your team play in a derby at home to see what they're made of. They know it means a little bit more than your average game. Hopefully, let's see if they can behave that way on the pitch. I just want to give a shout out though to Kevin De Bruyne, one of my favourite players. An absolute pleasure and a joy to watch. He'll be leaving City at the end of the season, and I think the Prem is losing one of the best players that's ever played in the Premier League. I'd say, yeah, definitely, easily in the top 5 best midfielders I've ever seen in Premier League. I won't go as far as to say he is the best I've seen, but I could certainly make a good case for it because, honestly, man, the consistency levels of that guy and the way he plays the game, I tune in to watch City just to watch Kevin De Bruyne over the years. I'm not joking. I think he's just a beautiful player, man. Beautiful player to watch. So he deserves a big up there, man.
Yeah, big up Kevin De Bruyne. Yeah, yeah. I can never say it was a joy to watch him because he played for City, who fucking cheated. 100, 20, 100, 115 charges. But I don't blame him. But on the football pitch, he was brilliant. I gotta say, he was brilliant. But it is what it is. You know what I mean? And the call comes to an end. And I'm big up to him because he never had an agent. He negotiated his own contracts. You know that. He's quite
him and Sterling have opened an agency now to represent players.
Oh, big up to him and Sterling. Yeah. No notification. Yeah, because yo, Danny B, I'm shadow banned, bro. That's how it is. It's called shadow banning. When people say to me, "Oh, well, like what's going on?" I'm shadow banned. I even got worse. The shadow banning when I was ill and I've not done any videos. Now the shadow banning is even more intense. It's more intense in the last couple of weeks. So of course you're not going to get any notifications because I'm shadow banned. But we don't give a damn. Free Palestine. Fuck Zionists. The death cult that it is. Fuck Zionism. That's what we keep at 100%. So fuck fucking YouTube. Fuck Google. We roll. We carry on. We don't give a damn. That's why you're not getting your notifications, Danny. But big up to you, though. Yeah, so, I'm not gonna lie to you. I have zero enthusiasm about tomorrow's derby. I have zero. I think Man City look better than us. I think they're going to. They'll slap us. I think they're going to slap us tomorrow. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not looking forward to it whatsoever tomorrow. There is nothing for me to get excited and enthusiastic about in a derby. There is nothing. Genuinely, there is nothing.
Well, look, if we're talking...
Because at home, our home form, it stinks. Our home form, it stinks the place out. So
they've got to turn this home form around at some point. I mean, what am I looking for tomorrow? I always look forward to... I like day games, man. It's a perfect kickoff time. I was still out there playing at that time today, and the weather was glorious, man. It's the weather for it. So I'm looking forward just to watching a game in a sunny day, a day game. I love those games. And it's Man City, so I think we do get joy against, our record shows we get some decent joy against teams that play like big teams should play and allow space in behind. We like that. I'd want to see the players fight and hustle for it tomorrow because it's a derby. Play like it's a derby, it means we want the bragging rights. So that's how we have to do. If we do that, bro, and we put a performance in, which I think we can. Like I say, Forest was not a bad game. We didn't play bad, man, at Forest, but you just walk away from Forest pissed off because of how shit the final third is and how wasteful and how useless everything is. But like you say, approach play was good. Lots of good things about our performance. I think we can get something out of City. Really do, because you know what? Again, Haaland's not there. They're not quite firing like they used to. And we're at home. So there's lots to play for there, and I'm really looking forward to it, man. Hopefully, it's it goes off without a hitch. That's my take on it. And our team. If you look at our team, I'm not sure if De Ligt's gonna play, if he's good or bad. The usual Dino. Martinez is off. Evans is injured. Shaw, Heaven. Everyone else in defence is fit. De Ligt's hit and miss. Your midfield, you got the full set apart from Ahmad, who's definitely out. Mainu, I think, is trained. He could be in the squad. Everyone else is fit. Mount's fit. And then you got Xerxes, Hoyland, Obi up front. So more or less a full set. City are minus Haaland. And, they're going through some changes. Got that new kid at right back. That I'm not sure what his name is. KDB ain't quite what he is. So there's a chance there. There is a chance there. They're not flying, Man City. They're inconsistent. They're still a very good team, but they're not that team. So we could get something out of it, or we could get pumped. You're muted. Stop it.
Goldie, stop it. Stop licking your medicine, you little rascal. God.
Licking his medicine or licking his things?
No, he's licking his thing that you have to put on him because of for the ticks and all of that. He's licking it away.
Big up Danny B. Danny B in the house. Big up everybody in the comments and the chat, man.
Big
hope you had a nice.
Big up Jarvis. I hope you well.
Day.
I hope you well, Jarvis. Big up to you.
Big up Job. Big up Ben. Big up Esky.
Yeah, Esky's here.
No, I'm just bigging him up.
Yeah, big up Esky. I don't know what Esky is. Esky, if you're watching, jump on.
Big him up.
Yeah.
Big up Lesso.
Sean, I don't know what I'm thinking about tomorrow's derby. Let's have a look. We're on at 4:30. Super Sunday, Old Trafford. Let's get some of the.
Big up Palestine.
Let's do the preview. Let's do the preview, people.
Right, let's get into it. Come on. Let's kick ass.
Should we do the preview, or should we talk a bit about the presser of what's his name? Amorim presser. Amorim said he wants 2 big signings. Did you see that, Budbay?
No, not seen it. I was scrolling through YouTube earlier today and I saw something. I will definitely win the Premier League with Manchester United. That was the headline of one of the videos. I'm not sure if you've seen that one. I think it's an interview with that blonde woman who does the interviews for Man United. Was it? No, not her. It was Asian woman. Very, very meek voice. Long flowing black hair. She did the interview with him, and the title was "I will win a Premier League with Manchester United." Then in brackets it says Ruben's on drugs.
Ruben's been getting high. Ruben's been to visit Bombay.
Yep, Ruben's getting high, getting high on his own supply.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I've not seen it, bro. Do you want to get into that? Do you want to tell me what happened, and we go through it, and then we do the preview?
Let me get you some quotes. 1 second.
Amorim. Let's
Amorim. Ruben Amorim. A lot of heat are running, by the way. Lots of absolute heat are running.
So you said that my man. Running. Just excuse me for 1 minute, please, bro. Bear with me 1 second, please.
People smash that like, people. It's windy out here, man. And all of a sudden, sun's gone in and it's gone freezing. So please, Melissa Reddy. Yeah, that's what he was talking about. Melissa Reddy. She's a Liverpool fan. Mumbai, mate. She's a Liverpool fan. She's a Scouser. But she covers Manchester United. What does that tell you? Yeah. I don't think he said that. Let me just get a little statement up before I show it. Let me see what he says. I will not stay in the middle ground and try to use excuses. It's not me. Ruben said he would lead Manchester United to a Premier League title in the future. It's not about just big names spending a lot of money. Sometimes young players are at the end of his contract at a big club, and we can use the name of Manchester United to bring him. So he's talking about By the way, our youth team smash Leeds today. Let me show you. Let me just show you what our youth team have done to stop it, Scoldy! Scoldy, stop it! Honestly, stop it, Scoldy! Stop it. Stop moving away that. Stop washing that away, you little shit. Doing my head in. Let me show you this, people. Let me just show you this. Let me just show you this. Share the screen. Let me just share the screen with you. Let me show you. Let me show you. So yeah, today our youth team. This is what Gibby gave to Leeds youngsters. 9-0. Half time. That is a half time. Look, Victor Musa, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Jim Waits, hat trick, 30. You know what I mean? 1, 2, 3, 4, 30, 40, 41. Oh my God, we slapped them. We absolutely slapped them up. Slap them up, people. But yeah, so Amorim here is saying this. I just want to get to this. So he's just saying this. It's not just about big names. He's talking about spending money on big names. He's not just talking
I'm back, bro.
Yeah. And Garnacho here is talking about Ruben Amorim and Garnacho. Garnacho needs to improve if he wants to, the way he needs to improve the way he runs, the way he defends, scores, assists. He's improving. He's doing the right things. Like any player in our team, he has to choose the better. Better in the last third. Bruno is the only one scoring goals easily. But Bruyne ain't scored shit either, man. Let's get real. But yeah. So Amorim's waffling out here. How vital recruitment this summer?
Oh yeah, that's a good.
Important to work on the basics following a preseason. Won't be like this. It's just about big names. Sometimes a young player at the end of their contract is a big thing. But United are going for bit. He's saying strategy is to go for young players at the end of their contracts to bring them to Manchester United. So it is what it is. JJ Abrams could have had 4 or 5. Yeah, that's what it is. This is what it is.
So this is. It sounds from the way that Manchester
13,
United.
They ended 13-0, mate. 13-0. That is crazy. That's a mad score. Nura, there was a guy who went to my primary school called Victor Musa Tall. He was an absolute baller. I hope it's him. He left after 5 years. Wow. Maybe it is him. They scored more goals than any of our senior players have this season. Oh my God, that's crazy. But I don't know if you saw that. So our Manchester United youth team played against Leeds youth team, and we slapped them so badly. It was, look what it was. It was 9-0 at halftime.
Whoa, wow! What
and then the game finished 13-0.
13-0.
Yeah. We only scored 4 goals in the second half. It's shameful. Disgrace, that is.
Wow,
disgrace. Not happy with the young boys.
Are they not playing football in Leeds anymore? They're not finding anybody to scout or recruit.
I think they've all become
shocking.
I think they all become rugby league. They'll start playing rugby league.
That's not a realistic score for this level of football. Flipping it. 13-0. Not even I mean, family pride goal. At least get one. That is shocking. That is really bad. Really bad.
Yeah.
I remember. Do you remember the days of Leeds, though, man? I remember that time with O'Leary. They put together a nice team, you know. Mark Viduka was a baller. Really liked him.
Mark Viduka was an absolute baller. He was a baller, Matt Viduka.
Really good.
He was a good player, man. And what's his name? Ruders
Harry Q.
The South African centre half.
Lucas Radebe.
Yeah, Lucas Radebe.
He was good. They had Rio, didn't they?
Mate, they had Cantona. Blood murder, she wrote. Anyway, let's preview a Bombay. Let's give you some of the people, the team news about the derby tomorrow. Manchester United midfielder Kobe Mainoo is in line to return after 2-month absence with a calf injury. Matthias de Ligt is in doubt after picking up an injury against Nottingham Forest, while Aidan Heaven, Johnny Evans, Sandro Martinez, Luke Shaw are all still out. Manchester City Manuel Akanji, Nathan Ake, Erling Haaland, Rodri, John Stones remain on the sidelines. Defender Abdul Qadir Kosanov is in contention, having been rested in a midweek win over Leicester City. Match facts. Manchester United are aiming to complete their first league double over Manchester City's 2019-20 campaign.
Never gonna give.
Wins at Old Trafford is the most by any side in the Premier League. 5 of those victories have come under Pep Guardiola, most of any visiting manager in that competition. United are aiming to go 4 matches 4 matches without defeat against City for the first time since January 10, 2010-2011. The away team has won 10 of the last 18 league meetings between these sides. Since 2015-16, the only Premier fixture with more away wins is Crystal Palace versus Liverpool, 12. Manchester United have lost 13 Premier League games this campaign, one short of their club record last season, 14. United have failed to score 10 of their 30 league matches this term. The Red Devils have earned 2 points in 8 home league games against sides starting the day in the top half of the table, drawing 2, losing 6 this term. United have scored just 5 goals in those matches and have conceded 19. That ain't a good reading. United need to win all 8 of their remaining top flight games this season to avoid recording their lowest point tally in Premier League history, currently at 60, set under Eric Ten Hag last year. Having already recorded wins against Man City, Sporting, with Sporting, Manchester United this season, Ruben Amorim is aiming to come just a 3rd manager to beat Pep Guardiola in 3 consecutive meetings after Jurgen Klopp did it twice and Thomas Tuchel with Chelsea. Amorim has the lowest win rate, 31%, points per game average, 1.616. Any Manchester manager in Premier League. United have conceded the opening goal 23 times in all competition this season. The second highest tally Premier League club behind Leicester City, totally 25. So Alex Ferguson lost 114 of his 810 Premier League games at Manchester United. As a Manchester United manager, 14.1. While the 10 managers in charge since the departure have totaled exactly the same.
All right, look, man, come on, cut that out. Yeah, you're just depressing us. Let's get into it. Fucking hell.
In just 4. No. This is important. Listen to this.
Man.
No, this is important. This is important. So listen to
All right.
Fergie has lost 114 of his 810 Premier League games as a Manchester United manager, which
That's
is
amazing.
a 14.1%, right? While 10 managers in charge since that departure have totaled exactly the same number of defeats in just 448 matches, which is 25.4%.
Yeah,
that's wonderful.
So we have lost as many games as we did under the whole Fergie era since Fergie retired up until now.
So in exactly half the time, 12
It's the
years,
same.
we've lost the same amount of games we lost in 24 years.
Yeah.
23, 24 years. Yeah. Great. We're rocking. Looking good.
Shit.
Well, shit. Come on, let's sing. Well, shit. You're nothing is special. We lose every week. We lose every week. We lose every week. You're nothing special. We lose every week. That's the song, people. That is the song that we sing. You're nothing special. We lose every week. So let's get it. Manchester City have won their last 14 league games in April. 6 defeats in their last 11 top flight away matches, winning 3, drawing 2, and as many as they have suffered in their previous 37 combined. The only time in the last 13 seasons they have lost more than 6 league away games was when they were beaten 7 times in 2019-20. City have scored just 5 goals in their last 5 league matches. Salvinho is the first player to assist in 8 Premier League goals in a season before the age of 21, since Liverpool's Trent Alexander-Arnold registered 12 in 2018-19 and the first non-English man to do so since Cesc Fabregas recorded 17 in Arsenal in 2007-08. All 5 Omar Mamouchi's 5 league goals for City have come at the Etihad. We don't call it the Etihad. We call it the Etihad. Let's go, people. So this is where we're at, people. Where City are not that great, but we're even shit. So I expect us to get beat tomorrow. And you know what? I'm considering not even going. I just hate losing the fucking league. I hate being in the stadium at Old Trafford when we lose derby games. I hate it. I hate it.
I must say, all the games that we've been to, they're pretty nasty, those City fans, you know. They really lose their shit in that corner part. Yeah, I'm not happy with that.
Talk to me, Jarvis. How are we doing? Please tell me it's been lovely and sunny in sunny northern Norway.
Yeah, well, no. Well, today it's been beautiful. It's been beautiful today, but no, it's been raining all week almost, so it's not that good. But today was good, but I didn't have the time to go outside. You know, we had the celebration for my son. It was his birthday the last week, and today we celebrated it. I had like 10 of those little rascals with me. We went to the pizza place, and afterwards we went to the movies and watched the new Minecraft movie. So
nice.
It was a nice day. I had all the and you know, they are my kids too, those 10 others, because I'm their coach. I'm the football coach. So it's been a great day, you know, being alone with all those kids.
Happy birthday, Philip. How old is he? 8?
How old is he, Jarvis? How old is he?
8.
Oh my God, he's 8.
Yes.
What a time to be 8.
Congratulations, man.
Thank
Congratulations,
you.
Jarvis. That's wonderful.
Yeah, what's his name? Can we wish him happy birthday? What's his name?
Philip.
Happy birthday.
Prince Philip, man, the original.
Birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Prince Philip. Happy birthday to you.
Hooray! Happy birthday, Philip. Man.
Yes, we had a great day in Nordin, and yeah, and afterwards I went home and I've been watching football. I watched the Villa game, and after that I watched a Monaco game because I was scouting the striker of Monaco, and after that I watched Lyon play against Lille. They're still playing. There's 5 minutes left, and that Xerxes guy, I think he's good. He scored a goal, but I must say we will come to this. There will be a preview probably on the Lyon game on Thursday, but my first impression is the French league is a slow league. They have Matic, and Matic is setting the tempo in this team. So I think we can exploit them. So that's my take so far.
I'm just saying to you, watching one game, Jarvis, don't take one game out of that league and think it's slow. It could be that game was on a sunny place and the tempo was just really low. Like some Premier League games, our tempo's not as fast. So it's just true. The league, on average, is the physical and the quickest league, like the Premier League. On average.
Yeah, but I think Premier League is a quicker league. But I have to say, when it comes to physicality, it surprised me a little bit. They are much more physical than I expected.
Yes, the pace and the physicality is the closest. It's the closest league to the Premier League.
But they have the striker on top, Lacazette. Yeah, you remember him from Arsenal.
We remember him, of course.
He's not very strong. I think we can bully him if we try. So we will be fine, I think, in that game. But you know, we will come to that preview afterward. We're at City now, so you have to excuse me.
Yeah, big up Big up to everybody. Big up to everybody. Please smash a like on the video. Subscribe. Lesso, how you doing, bro? You big? You good? Hope you well.
Yeah, it's cold,
Yeah.
man. It's cold. It's cold.
Cold,
so,
man. It was
yeah,
cold here in the UK as well. It was an absolute lovely day. I don't know if you can see properly, but I've been in the sun all day. I didn't have time to watch football. I was out. I was like, today, I'm going to enjoy the effing sun. I got up early. I was out early, supporting some friends who did a park run, you know, and then I was out from early morning in the sunshine. I was out and about. I was trying to find me a new bike because, you know, I'm a big lad, 6'4". I needed a new bike, and I went to a pop-up bike place, but unfortunately, they didn't have any bikes that I could fit me. So then I was out and about in the sunshine all day. I went to the solidarity demonstration for Palestine. We were there till about 3-something, and then I sat in the park and just enjoyed the sunshine, man. I was looking at the sun, you know, just in the sun. I can show you my shades, people. So you can take the piss. You can take the piss.
Yo, get your
Big
bump
up,
bag as well.
Jarvis.
Show him your bump bag that you take to holiday whenever we go. He puts his bump bag on, he puts his dough in there and his passport in there. He still loses the shit.
Hey!
Hey,
Hey!
Yes, it's Isaac Hayes.
where's your hat?
There are
Holiday
many
hat.
hats. One second. One second.
Yeah, now you're cooking. Nice.
Don't go to any parks on your own, man.
Easy now, people. Easy now. Easy.
The man from Del Monte's in the house.
Let me tell you a story about this, right? Let me tell you a story about this. Let me give the story, right? Story time, people. Story time, right? Let's get this on. I'm going to give you a story time about this hat. Story time. I need you to have a look at this hat, right? This hat, but in Brazil, I bought this in downtown Rio de Janeiro.
Oh,
I was there, and then as I was there, we went to watch. I was there in December, so the Brazilians have little stadiums. You know where they play futsal. You know the futsal stadiums. They use it for futsal, but at night when they're not playing futsal, they also use it for the carnival, the Rio Carnival. They use it, the musicians and the dancers, to practice before the carnival comes, right? So we went there, and there's about 300 musicians playing all sorts of percussion. The samba, right? And you've got about 150 people dancing, yeah? And they have a king and queen. So every club is a different club. I walked in, I went in to watch the rivals of this club colors, which is all green and white. I walked in with this hat, and they have a blue. They all wear blue. I walked in and I was so excited. I was there, you know, my first time in Rio. I'm there, I'm excited. I go there, and everybody's giving me a dirty look. And Brazilians are naturally friendly people. They're very smiley people. But everybody's giving me a dirty look. Everybody's looking at me like that. People are like scowling at me, like people are like pointing at me. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? I'm like, what's going on? What do you think? What's going on? And then this old man comes up to me. He takes this hat, he goes to me, get down. I go down to talk to him. He takes the hat off me. He puts the other hat on. Everybody starts to cheer. Woo! Like that. And he showed me, this is the rival. So I was walking around with this hat, which is the colors of the rival samba crew, which is the next neighborhood, while they were practicing. So they gave me the blue one. But guess what? I think I might have been in Dusseldorf on the way back. I lost the hat. I don't know where it is. But this one was in my bag, and this one stayed there. The blue one, I don't know what I've done with it. It was exactly like this, but blue colors. It's white, but blue colors instead of the green. So that's the story.
Brazil. Beautiful country. I must be. Never been there myself.
Imagine everybody from the world can be Brazilian. That's the crazy thing about it. So everybody you see, the different looks of everybody in the world, everybody can be Brazilian. It's crazy. And the story goes, it only takes 2 Brazilians to start a fucking big fuck off party. 2. They love to party. They love to sing. But the saddest thing, one of the most painful things, and why it's the biggest contradiction in the world, it's so contradiction. It's the most party people. It's the most musical people. Even the young children, like, I'm talking about like 13, 14-year-olds. Can you imagine the 14-year-olds singing the Rolling Stones classics or the Beatles? Brazil is like a continent. It's so big. Different regions have different music. The Brazilian kids know the different region. They know the big songs from the different region, the classic songs. But the big thing about it is that it's one of the most anti-black racism place in the world. If the darker skinned you are, the poorer you are. The lighter skinned you are, the more you have a thing in society. But the darker you are, the most, honestly, it's horrific. I don't want to put a downer on, but they say every 40 minutes, a black kid or a black and mixed indigenous kid is murdered. Every 40 minutes in Brazil. Think about that. Every 40 minutes. Majority of us don't know about them because they don't speak English. It's Portuguese. They speak Portuguese, but it's like I said, it's the biggest contradiction. The contradiction. You've got some of the richest people in the world, some of the poorest people in the world. So when I was there for some political activism stuff. They kept saying to me, like the young black Brazilian, they said to me, "Are you a footballer? Are you rich?" I'm like, "I'm not rich." Like, and by the way, every time, every one of them talking to me in Portuguese, every one of them thinks I'm Brazilian. I'm like, "I'm sorry," and they say to me, "No. Did your grandparents escape because of the dictatorship?" I'm like, "No, I'm originally from East Africa, man. I'm East African." They're all laughing, joking at me. But yeah, I went to a party. This is the last of the story time. I went to a party. Have you ever seen the film City of God? I went to a party in that favela. And guess what? For 6.5 hours, I did not say a word. All I said was, obrigado. I did not say a word of English. And all I said was,
But if you have spoken English, they would probably rob you and taken your shit.
No, they probably would have. I would have been kidnapped. And I'm like, listen, I'm from the hood in Manchester, man. I'm not from fucking. Ain't nobody paying 30 grand to get me out of fucking being kidnapped. Ain't nobody paying. Ain't nobody paying.
I'm hanging up, bro. I'm hanging up.
I'm fucking kidnapped.
Okay.
What?
Fuck it, keep him.
It would have rang Mumbai. He would have said, keep him.
Keep him. 30 G's.
But that's what they did. You know what? They kidnapped like a lot. I think it was in Robinho. Robinho's dad was kidnapped in one of the favela. He went to a party and he got kidnapped. Yeah. So that because the poverty is so bad. Like, I don't blame them. If you see me, I don't blame them kidnapping people. I'm telling you, I do not blame them. Because the poverty, it's so bad. They have to do it. Do you think they want to kidnap people? No, they don't want to kidnap nobody. It's just poverty. Poverty. And people, when you put people in such a dire poverty, people are going to do everything to survive. Yeah. But yeah, it was crazy. But that's story time from Brazil for you guys. Story time. But let's get back into it. You see, You can tell I'm giving you story time because I'm not looking forward to this.
Listen, just before you move on from story time, you went to another place that I'd love to go. Which one would you go back to, Cuba or Brazil?
You know what? Both of them was different. They're totally different. Cuba was fascinating as well. Cuba was. You still got your T-shirt?
Well, yeah, 100%, man.
Mumbai, tell them what did I bring back? I bought them.
It brought me back, man.
You know,
real Cohibas.
Let me tell a story. So I went. So the boys are like, listen, make sure you bring us a pack of the Cubanas, the real Cubana cigars.
Cohibas.
Yeah. So I went to the cooperative. I went to the woman only owned, woman only run factory, where the women sit there in the sun, yeah, and they roll the thing with their thighs.
You could taste it, man. It was awesome.
Inside of their thighs, man. I'm like, yo, I bought it back. And actually, he was one of our friends. He got married, so we all smoked. I mean, God, we all smoked that cigar when
you brought those cigars. Most of our friends don't smoke, so I ended up taking quite a few of those. They didn't smoke them, obviously, and I was made redundant that time. So I got rid of a nice car that I had, and I brought a real piece of shit for about 500 quid. It was like an E-Reg. It looks like it's just made it out of the Iraq War. And I've got the window down. I used to roll the window down in this car, and I'm smoking a fucking Cohiba cigar in that, riding around town.
Like that. Listening to jazz. Listening to jazz.
Bro.
Listening to who were you listening to?
I used to put in the car on either Barry White or Santana. I've got this
listen to Santana,
Cohiba, bro, and I'm just riding around in the shed of a car, you know. Oh,
yeah,
dear.
this is that Bumbaye Pablo Escobar. And actually, if you ever see Bumbaye looks a bit like Escobar. I promise you, it looks like Escobar.
Oh, brilliant, man. Loved it.
But yeah, people, big up. Cuba was something different. Cuba was extraordinary. The most educated people I've ever met in my life. The most educated. Unbelievable. I walked around Havana for 8 days. Just walking. Man. Walking, talking to people, talking. Yeah. And that was, and actually I found out one of my heroes actually, who's Brazilian. And I was there 2011. I was there I went to Cuba. And I found out that my uncle's favorite player, and he became my favorite player because my uncle was showing me the tapes, Socrates. I loved him because of his politics, because of his political, because of his personal values. I loved him.
Was a doctor.
Because of that. He actually died when I was in Havana. I was sat in a bar in Havana, and the news came, and it was like, you know, I can tell a little bit. And I asked the guy, and he's like, yeah, he passed away. It was 2011.
Rest in peace, man.
And actually, guess what? And then on the same night, I watched Manchester United get up. I'm in Havana, and I'm watching Manchester United play Basel, and then Vidic being out with the ACL, out for the season. I watched him. We got beat by Basel in Switzerland. United were away at Basel in Switzerland, and Vidic in that game had an ACL, and I was like, oh my God, what's going on here? Yeah. Same day. That tells you, people. That tells you. Socrates, man. If you guys
he was a doctor, by the way. He was a doctor. Medical doctor.
He became a doctor because to give back to the people, and he would treat people for free. He would go and visit people. Socrates, if you want to understand the history of Brazil and look up Socrates, it's called Corinthians Democracy. Because
a brilliant documentary.
You need to go and look it up. Yeah. Corinthians Democracy. And Socrates was one of the leaders.
Yeah, it's a documentary on YouTube. You can watch that. It's absolutely terrific.
Yeah.
What they did. By the way, Noradin and Bumbaye,
Mm.
Is this you?
That's me, yeah. Dino, that's the cigars Dino bought, yeah. That's me.
Yeah.
Where's the car? Yeah, they cut the car out of the picture on purpose.
So if anyone wonder how Boombaye looks like, this is him.
Yeah, it looks
This is
like
exactly
Pablo
it.
Escobar.
This is exactly it. We got 9 o'clock shadow going on with the tash. There we go.
Yeah, looking nice.
Yeah, man.
That's Boombaye, people. That's Boombaye.
Nice
Big up
one, Jeff.
Lesso. So Lesso, I've not been to South Africa. That's my next destination. I got my namesake and one of my really good friends who's also called Nuruddin. He's in Durban. He's telling me all the time, when are you coming? When are you coming? When are you coming?
So you want to go to Durban?
Yeah, I'm going because I love the Durban sound. You know the Afro house from Durban and the Guam.
Yeah.
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 How
yeah.
do you say it? Is it Guam or Guan?
Oh, it's Qom.
Guam. Guam.
Qom.
Guam. Guam.
Gum.
Guam. Yeah. I like the
something
Guam
like that.
from Durban. So I've not been to Southern Africa. That's a dream to go there. I have my friend who lives there. He used to live in Manchester. He's got the same name as me. And he's telling me, come on, man. Come on visit me.
No, you should go, man. The weather's good over there.
Jarvis, you need to go to Brazil. All of you need to go to Brazil to experience it.
Bro,
It's
if I go to Brazil, Dino, maybe I won't come back, man.
Yeah, you won't.
Let's
You
just
definitely
let me
won't.
just stay here.
Actually, let's talk about this. It's still a bit of story time. So in Sao Paulo, which is the biggest city in Brazil, it's about 20 million people. So if you talk about Greater Sao Paulo, it's about 20 million people. Can you imagine that? Just in my picture, 20 million people, right? There is an area of Sao Paulo where Boombaye people, there's at least about 4 million people, 4.5 million people of the same ethnic descent heritage as Boombaye. And there are actually more in the area of Sao Paulo than there is in the country of origin of Boombaye.
Yeah.
Let that sink in. Let me say that to the people at the back.
Yeah.
So Boombaye is Lebanese. There are 4.5 million, at least that's what I think, in the area of Sao Paulo with people of Lebanese descent. And that's more than the people in Lebanon.
Yeah, in Lebanon, there's 4 million approximately.
Mm-hmm.
And I reckon 4.5 million people of Lebanese descent are in Brazil. There is a massive Japanese community. So the sushi, absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing, the sushi.
Oh, man, now we're talking.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Raw fish, man, love it.
It's a population about 19 millions in the greater area.
Yeah. It's
19
crazy.
million.
Yeah, Faith T, that's right. There's about 12 million of us outside, and there's 4 million in. Lebanon is only 10,450 square kilometers.
And why is that, Boombaye? Because the colonizers won't leave Lebanon alone.
They just won't leave. Shakira,
That's why-
she's is of
That's
Lebanese
why there's
descent.
12 million abroad. Because
Salma Hayek is of Lebanese descent. So in
Really?
Lebanon, guys, here's a fun fact for you. The beauty of Lebanon is you can get to Lebanon from one end to the other in about 3 hours. You can go to Mount Lebanon, some of the finest skiing in the world, man. It's beautiful up there. You can ski. You drive 2.5 hours down south. You can swim in the Med. Clear, crystal blue waters, man. That's Lebanon. That's the beauty of it. You don't have to go far, and the land is not big, but it's so varied. And
What about the
everybody in
caves,
Lebanon.
Boombaye?
Oh, the Jeta Grotto. Yeah, it's UNESCO. We've got the oldest UNESCO site in the world in Baalbek.
It's like these incredible like caves
Yeah.
with like pools and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
it's like nothing I've ever seen before. And if you're into your archaeology and sites, that's a dream place to go to. Over 6,000 years old in Baalbek. It's the only full columns in the world remaining in Lebanon. Israel bombed them a few times, but they're still there. There we go. And every 90% of the population of Lebanon speaks English, French, and
Yeah.
Arabic, so you'll have no issues. But don't go there because our neighbors just won't fucking leave us alone. The Zionist Israelis, man, they don't know what's wrong with these people. They're killing now like it's free. What a shame. There we go.
Right, people, let's bring it back to football. Story time's over. Right. Big up to Shea Burke, 1958. He says, big up the URT. How do you think Amorim will approach this game? Well, I think Amorim does not want to lose this game tomorrow. He does not want to lose it. He does not want to lose this game tomorrow. And I think this game is going to be tactical. I really think that is going to be tactical. I think this is the game we're going to see Amorim going to try to deploy a different way of trying to play and contain Man City. So it's going to be very interesting. And by the way, Manchester City, recently, I only watched their game against Bournemouth in the cup. The physicality is coming back to them. They were physically strong. I know that Bournemouth have run out of gas. Yeah, Bournemouth have run out of gas. I know that Iriola's intense football they're dead. The players look like they're dead because they don't have a big squad. So don't be surprised, if they physically bully us tomorrow. Because they've signed in January. They signed how many players? Mamouche, two centre halves, and a midfield player. Who else? They signed 4 players. Yeah, was it 4 or 5 players they signed?
Yeah, I think so. They signed the right back instead of Kyle Walker, the young lad who had a shocking debut. They signed Marmouche, and I know of a midfielder. Yeah, there's something else. There's 4 players they signed. I'm pretty
Gonzalez,
sure.
yeah, they signed Gonzalez, yeah. Gonzalez.
And what about that Brazilian guy on the right wing? I know he came a little bit early. Is he one of them, though?
Savinho. Yeah, he's a good player, man.
I like him. He's all right.
Yeah. He's set up more goals. That's what I'm saying to you. He's set up more goals before the age of 20. Savinho is set up. So where do we go? Here we go. Savinho is the first player to assist 8 Premier League goals in a season before the age of 21.
Wow.
And people think he's having a bad season. That's incredible. But let's go. Let's go around, people. Let's go, Jarvis. Let's go. Talk to me.
Sure. First of all, Nuruddin, I just want to. We talked about the grottos, the caves in Lebanon, and
Jaita grottos. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's some beautiful pictures. I would really like to go. This looks amazing.
So in that there, Jav, it's hot in the summer. As soon as you step in there, it's ice cold, man.
All right.
Yeah, there's 2 of these. There's one in not far from the capital, Beirut. You take the is it called the monorail? That thing that like takes you up, and then you get off. There's a mini train that takes you up to it, and then you walk in. It's an unbelievable thing. I've never seen anything like it. I got to visit that in 2005. Yeah, it's
yeah. Look at it. Wow. Wow. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So can you go to Lebanon? Is it like safe to go there as a tourist, or?
It was absolutely getting there prior to this episode. Now we have the resistance of Lebanon agreed a ceasefire. They said to the government, "Okay, fine, we abide by a ceasefire." Israel offered a ceasefire. We accept, no problem. But the ceasefire so far has been violated over 1,000 times, I think, and every day, man. Now they're just killing. So today, they drones, man. I don't know drones. Unmanned drones. They have a camera. They have a missile. They see something they don't like, and they just shoot. So 2 guys on a moped. In Lebanon, mopeds, you'll find a lot of people on mopeds. It's a good way to get around because there's traffic. Bam killed a guy who makes aluminium doors. They missiled him in his car. A woman and 2 children killed. It's just people are being killed out there in the Middle East at the minute. Like it's free. I mean, Palestine, you don't even want to know. We're back. We're in full effect. 70 yesterday, dead. And these are, you say to somebody, look, you better move to this refugee camp, set up a tent and live in there. There's no sanitation. There's nothing. And then you go there and then they bomb it. There's videos online. You can see them. It's on TikTok, Instagram, whatever you want. Just people in tents. They just bomb. the friggin' tents. And it's crazy because forget human beings are human beings, but it's, to me, the frustration is the world knows this is wrong and it's still happening and nobody is able to stop it. You know,
Yeah.
I have to take my hat off to Norway, by the way. The position that the country's taken is exceptional. And I saw on the Cuds Day a couple of weekends ago the rallies that came out in Norway. So people, man, are just people wherever they are, you know. And you just look at these scenes and you think, geez, it's terrifying that even an illiterate person from a cave can look and say, well, there's something wrong here. This is really bad. This is blasphemous. But it's been going on for nearly 2 years and nobody's stopping it. Nobody can stop it. They're just doing what they want. And Trump's giving them carte blanche to do what they want. And this is crazy. It's like it sets a very scary precedent in the world that we live in and the world that we're trying for. It's so counterproductive, this. So
But I got to tell you, Bombaye, Norway is not that good. You know, the biggest political party in Norway, the Labour Party, had their yearly meeting, and they just voted no to boycott Israeli goods and merchandises. So they're
you've withdrawn.
they're not supporting the case. You know, to be honest.
No good. It's all
No.
fluff in the media.
It's all fluff. It's all fluff. So
No.
I wouldn't fall for it. But yeah, at least some are
There
trying.
we go.
Yeah, but it is
Crazy,
like
man.
this in every country. It's a very divisive discussion, political discussion. So, but let's go back to the game.
Let's
When
go
it
back
comes
to the game.
Manchester City tomorrow, I said the other day I don't care as much for this game. You know, yeah, it's City, it's a derby, and all of this, but you know, the big game is on Thursday. So, you know, if someone asked me, would you lose against City and win against Lyon, I would take it 100%. That's just the way it is, because the game in the big picture doesn't matter. The most important thing for us now is to win the Europa League, try to qualify for next year's Champions League. I think that will give us a breather and it will help us out, and it will speed up the process for Amorim to get him into to get to these players and get the backing he needs. Because if we're not qualifying for Europe, I think the backing will be poor. There will be a lot of cheap young players, and I think the road for Amorim will be very long. And you know, we all know that the manager don't get time in Man United, so I don't know. I think it will mean the end of Amorim era in a short while. So, but again, it's an important game. But I have to say, this Manchester City team is not the same as we've seen in the last couple of years. They are poor. They don't have as good as of players. And now Haaland is out. Yeah, they bought Mamouche, but again, he's unexperienced when it comes to the Premier League. I don't even think he's never played the derby before, so it will be a new experience for him. And I think we will be fine. I think the problem is how we set up in the 5-4-1-2 blocks, and we would just sit back and try to counterattack, or do we have the courage to take care of the ball when we win the ball? Because we can't just let City just dominate possession and attack, and we just sit back and absorb, because we are not Nottingham Forest, we are Manchester United. So we should be tough enough and brave enough to, when we win the ball, hold on to the ball and do something about it, not just hoof it forward and hope that we can hit Garnacho running in behind or Højlund running in behind. I don't want that. I want us to show some bravery. That's my thoughts on the game. So and hopefully the players will show up. They usually show up when we play against the big teams, and I hope that they do. When it comes to the team selection, I don't know. Maybe we'll do a part about the selection. I have prepared the tactical board Nureddin. So after we've gone through the round, we can pick the team, if that's okay with you. Oh, you're on mute.
Big up, Lesso, you there? Big up to you, bro. What are you thinking about tomorrow?
It's gonna be tough, guys. It's gonna be tough. But I think we at best, I think we should be able to get a draw. We should be able to get a result out of this. I don't think City are impossible to beat. And like I said, with Amorim, he does tend to set up well against the bigger sides. So I do see us actually picking up at least a point in that game. I'm also not sure how he's going to approach the game, but I do think he may go with the defensive low block and counter attacking system. Especially now when you look at it, I think he may move away from how he wants to play essentially, just to try and get a couple of points. And especially in this game, he doesn't want to lose this game because it's going to attract a lot of negative, attention towards Manchester United. I mean, right now he's facing the pelters. He's getting pelters from all sides. And this is a game that you do not want to lose while you're in that state. And yeah, I think pretty much we're gonna be defensive. That's quite obviously, and we're gonna need players with legs. So he's gonna essentially try and have players with legs, try and mark out the City players out. Especially your Savinho and Mamouche and all these guys who are very tricky. So we're gonna need to work twice as hard. I think the players will show up personally. I think they'll show up. Let's not forget against Nottingham Forest. We actually did give them a good game. We did. They hardly had any shots on target, and we pretty much like we actually didn't play that badly. It's just that the problem is we're just terrible in front of goal. Garnacho gets into good positions and he just always ends up just trying to kick. Cut inside and try and kick. That's all he does the entire game. So I think if one of those factors, if we can work on some of those factors, we can end up creating more goals and creating more chances. And so I think this game we may just pick up a point personally. It's just the way I think we're all intrigued in how he's going to set up the team overall. I think that's the most intriguing part. But yeah, I can't wait to see what Jarvis has on the board, so we can try and see more or less what he thinks also about it. But yeah, big up to the chat as well.
Yeah, big up to you, Lesso. Listen, big up Mr. MUTube. He says, Nuruddin, have you honestly want to see us in the Champions League? I listen, it's not something that I'm in control of. I think Manchester United would get slapped right, left, and centre in the Champions League next season. I think we would. I think it will be embarrassing. I think we will be like right at the bottom of the group still because we don't have that. We can't go from 13th. We can't even win a fucking 2 games in 2 games consecutively in the Premier League. Manchester United cannot win 2 games consecutively, right? And you think we can do something in the Champions League? What's the point of me getting embarrassed? What's the point of getting embarrassed? The only good thing about it is that you don't drop into the Europa League. And you know how much I hate Europa League.
That's a good thing. Yeah. Positive.
Yeah. Bombaye, what do you think about tomorrow? What are you thinking?
Yeah, bro, I think, Europa League, I just hope if we get in it, it's just to get the money, to try and get some players in, I suppose. I don't think anybody's looking at winning jack shit, but that's I think we're banking on the Europa League, guys, so we can get a bit of dough and then, get some players in. But tomorrow, I like tomorrow's game because, like I said, the weather's nice at home. I want to see the players apply themselves. It's like it's a derby. And our record against the Cities and the Liverpools and the Arsenals, in terms of results and performances, are all right. The big teams, they come and play like the big teams, and we don't mind that. We absorb a little bit and then we break. They push a high line. There's no low block going on, which we struggle to penetrate, as Lesso rightly said. So the ingredients of these types of games allows us to be optimistic, I think. But like Jarvis is saying, the soak up pressure, low block shit, too deep in your own half, not really making anything when you get the ball, hoofing it. We don't want to see that. We want to see the type of approach play that we saw against Forest, which wasn't bad. Forest pressed with the front three. They came high. When we got out of that press, everybody retreated into their own half. And now it's a game of, right, break us down if you can. City don't quite do that, not for prolonged periods anyway. So play out, get the ball, have the courage to keep it, play. I think the way this game is as well I'm looking forward to the tactical board too, to see if to see who's in it, who's in that midfield. But we can get some out of this game, I think, bro. You know, maybe a draw. A win would be wonderful. Always nice to beat your rivals. But I think it should be a decent game. I don't think we're going to get levered. I just want us to play well, play like it's a derby. If we get popped, okay, it happens. But I don't want to walk away from this one thinking you guys didn't turn up, that was shite. It's a derby, man. It's the last, season's coming to an end. Finish strong.
Yeah. And I think if we can get something out of this game, it will give the team some momentum. Winning a derby is very important. I think we should.
Ever the optimist, Jarvis. Ever the optimist.
Always. Some of us on this panel has to be an optimist,
Yeah.
I'm trying to be a realist. I'm not trying to be like a toxic positive person. I try.
No, you're not, Jarvis. I will never accuse you of that. I think optimistic is being a fan, thinking that there's a hope. That's why it kills you. But I think they beaten the hope out of me. The hope is gone. The hope that was a bit of fire is gone out of me.
Understandable.
I see shit. I just watch shit and more shit. And I wanted a relegation, and I want the Glazers out, and I want the fucking Ineos to fuck off out of my football club. That's what I want. But
so what do you think? What will be the lineup against City tomorrow?
Andreas,
I like how Onana's already in there.
Yeah.
He picks himself.
Okay, no, bro. That's a bad start, Jarvis, but yeah, crack on.
So who do we want on wide right centre back? Euro or
Masraoui?
Masraoui. Euro up against Savinho on the other side is a better idea.
Masraoui.
Okay.
Maguire, I think the lit is in doubt. He's a warrior, but he's in doubt. The reason why he's the lit is because he played on with remember, you see what he did when he landed, when he went up for the header and he landed and his ankle caught the turf and his ankle went like that, twisted. But he stayed on the football pitch. So Maguire will play. I think it's really bad for Maguire to play. It's really bad for Maguire plays. I think if Maguire plays, we're gonna be sitting back and they're gonna dominate the session. But it is what it is. And then it's gonna be Lenny Euro, isn't it?
Yeah.
That'll be a good matchup, Euro with what's it? Salvinho.
Salvinho,
Yeah.
So he's a nice little player, that Salvinho.
Like I said, he's got 8 assists before the age of 21.
I really like the way he plays.
Yeah, he's a good player, man.
But Northern, when it comes to the injuries, Kobe Mainu is doubtful, but he could play. Probably will be on the bench.
He's not going to play. He's not going to risk it. He's not going to play.
And same with the Ligt, but Aiden Heaven is not back yet. Johnny Evans is injured. Martinez is obviously injured. Same with Luke Shaw and Diallo. So,
fellas, are we doing the team that we would like, or that's going to play? That we think is going to play?
The most realistic team,
I think. Well, the lot will play. The lot, like Jamie Wayne said, he's Portuguese love child. The lot will play, guarantee 100%.
Okay, so Dallo.
Obrigado tax. The obrigado tax, as Saeed called it. The obrigado tax.
We're starting to know our first 11. I think the hardest thing every week that I have to pick is 6 and 8.
Not back yet. Buying this, not back yet.
That central midfield thing is hard at the moment. That's the only part.
We have 4 players, Pumba. It's Eriksson, Casemiro. We have 5. Collier, Bruno, and Ugarte.
And Mount.
Well, he's not central, is he? He's more than a 10, but okay,
Well,
he could play there.
He's back, bro. He's in the mix.
I can tell you who should be up front. I think Zirkzee should go back to being a number 10 on the left-hand side.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, well, he's going to definitely play Garnacho, innit? I don't want him to, but he's going to play Garnacho.
So you're saying Bruno's going to be in the central midfield now?
I think it's Bruno or Ugarte in midfield.
Okay.
So that means Højlund is playing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's the team.
So, Boumbaye, Lesso, what do you think? Casemiro or Ugarte, besides Bruno? And even Collier is an option.
Man. We need legs, man, in that midfield.
I would personally play Collier.
Yeah.
But we have a game coming up on Thursday too. Will we really rest some players?
That's tricky
because
though.
The strongest team. This is probably the strongest team on paper. Besides Maguire,
the more important game is definitely the Thursday game. Is that are we in agreement there?
Yeah.
Or is this a derby? Does it hold? I'm not sure, but if you could tell Amorim, right, we're going to lose this, but we're going to win Thursday, would he take that?
100%.
Yeah. So I mean, everything's riding on this Europa League. The league is just, we're just floating in the river now, like driftwood. We're on 15th, 12th, 11th, whatever. It's not a major thing. We're not getting relegated. So the only real thing that we have to play for that is massive in terms of what it means is Thursday.
Listen, there are two different arguments. IDK, two different arguments. Garnacho has never been developed. He's been overplayed, but his decision making on the football pitch is fucking disgusting. So it's two separate arguments. It's two things can be true at the same time.
Yeah.
But it's not a football club. I'm going to come to him in a minute when we do the preview. Go ahead.
But Noradin, I just want to ask you, if you could change anything, if it was up to you, not Amorim, just your pick, how would you set up this team?
I wouldn't set this thing up. Diego Dalot would not be playing. Garnacho would not be playing.
All right.
Okay.
Replace him.
Instead. So let's say we take out Dalot. So who would you put in? Collier or Amas? Or Masraoui? Amas. Okay. But then you have to swap side with Torgu and Amas because Amas is a left.
Yeah, no problem. No problem.
Yeah.
Okay. So what else would you do?
I would take out Garnacho for me, and
Eriksen or Mount or Bruno.
No, I would give Mount a chance there on the left-hand side. Because Garnacho, he should not play after the performance. He should be punished for that bullshit performance.
You know what? There was a period in Garnacho, guys, when he was coming on and making a good impact rather than starting. Yeah. So it's always an option, even
from what we can pick from. From what we can pick from, yeah, that's what I would go for. Yeah, but to be fair, I would play 4-3-3. I wouldn't even play this formation. I'll play 4-3-3, and the three will be Casemiro, Ugarte, and Bruno.
Okay.
And the three would be that. Yeah, that's what I would play.
But would you prefer Lindelof or Maguire? Because Lindelof is a more ball-playing centre-back. Maguire is slower.
Yeah.
I think maybe Lindelof suits us better in this system, but it's a
yeah. But listen, he gets bullied as well. He's weak. To be fair, they haven't got Haaland. I thought they had Haaland. Haaland is out in Haaland's injured. So yeah, I would play Lindelof, yeah, then Maguire.
Yeah,
to me, Maguire is too slow. Well, he will determine how far we defend. Yeah, but this is just extremely. Worst bunch of players, honestly. It's shocking.
Oh,
So bad.
is any- is anybody-
Would you play Collier anywhere in this game?
Yeah. So in a 4-3-3, I would play Correa and Ugarte. Sorry, not Casemiro.
Okay.
Or Ollie and Ugarte. So I would play Collier there instead of Ugarte.
Okay, yeah.
I
So
just
you would
don't
go
know.
with this.
Yeah.
Okay, I think it's right, Collier.
bro, that's a big call, you know.
But now,
It's
yeah.
a big call, do you know, of taking out the legs and
But
the.
now, that's what I would do. That's what I
Ugarte.
would do for now, people.
Yeah, no mount.
No,
So Lesso, Bumbaye, what do you think? Would you change this up anyway, or go for it?
Yeah,
go ahead,
no
listen.
mount. No mount for me personally. He's gonna get injured, guys, if we start him off in this game. Rather get him on gradually. Possibly like when there's maybe 20 minutes or something of that left. Where everyone is more tired and everything. So I'd go with Ericsson, I think.
You would go with
and
Ericsson.
try him. Yeah, I'll definitely go with Ericsson. And let's not forget you can also get rid of you can also swap Hoyland and Zerxia in terms of when you take off Hoyland and then you bring on a 10 instead of
You could play Obi Martin.
Bring on Obi.
Cheeto.
Or you can bring Obi, man. Yeah. Or you can bring Cheeto into that position. So yeah, for me, it's too risky to be bringing Mount to start off with Mount. And I'd bring one Garnacho for Ericsson if should obviously he can't play the whole game, Ericsson. So you're gonna need legs in those last couple of minutes.
Do you agree, Lesso, that disgusting performance by Garnacho should be punished for that?
No, definitely. He shouldn't be starting games. I don't know why we've been consistently letting him start the games. Because a player like that, you take him out, you bring him on as a sub, whether he likes it or not, until he understands what he needs to be doing. I remember even Cristiano Ronaldo at some point, Sir Alex took him out and he actually used to start from the bench because of certain things he was not doing right. So in this case, I think it's just bad management on our part with Garnacho. We've just overplayed him, obviously, and we haven't really taken him out of the team because sometimes a young player needs to understand that they can't be doing certain things and they need to be punished for them. And we don't do that at this club. We reward mediocrity. When a player performs badly at Manchester United, they still get picked. So it obviously tells you where we're at the moment and everything. So I think he should be on the bench. I think you should leave him off and let him know that we just haven't been good enough.
Yeah. Bumbaye.
I would bring Ugarte back into the team instead of Collier. I would I would play Diogo Dalot. I like Hamas, but yeah, I would switch it back to how it is. Yeah. And I would that starting lineup is not bad, but what I am inclined to do is remove Hoyland, put Xerxes there, and bring in Mason Mount for the first half. That's what I would do. I want to keep possession. I want to do what you're talking about doing. That's the team I would go with. I like that team. Ericsson is good on the ball. He'll have Dalot to choose, to help him there, give him an option. Xerxes is good at the interplay. You got Mount. Dorgu breaks really well, and Bruno can, progress it. And if it's tight, Bruno's a good guy to have there, and Ugarte can help us to put out fires. I mean, yes, Manchester City is not flying, but we're still talking about Savinho. We're still talking about Phil Foden. Marmouche is a lively, tricky little customer. Grealish has
you gotta think
scored.
You play like this for most of the game, defending.
Yeah. The hope is there.
So in a 5-4-1 formation.
The hope is there, though, man. this is why you play Garnacho. This is why Garnacho is actually important, less so. This is when I get it, and that performance against Forest was not good. But there are no actual natural outlets that give the fear factor into the defenders constantly. You watch a lot of games this season, Garnacho is a good outlet and a willing runner. And when he gets it, the idea is to allow us to join him there, hold that ball, slow it down. So that team that we're looking at there, I want to keep some possession.
Mm.
And I want to progress that ball forward. And the wing backs have to play their part in this very, very importantly. Because if they don't, then we're just going to have possession and not much is going to happen with it. Yeah. So on the basis that you don't just want to get the ball, hoof it up, Jarvis. I think we have competent player there in Bruno. Xerxes good on the ball. If you bring Ericsson into that framework, he's good on the ball. Mount is a player that can, carry the ball, progress the ball, got a good shot. So I think there's a goal there. There's always slightly less threat when you remove Højlund, but you remove Højlund in the interest of the overall picture of our game.
Yeah.
Of keeping the ball. If you play Højlund, he can compensate for not playing Garnacho and giving you the ability to have Ericsson there, hold the ball a little bit more, especially if he drops deep and you got someone like Bruno and Ericsson, keep the ball a little bit better. So, yeah, this is the team I'd probably go with. I think it might be the wrong team, but I don't know. I like the look of that team. I know everybody's looking at Mount, you see, as if this was the real Mason Mount, that there was no worry that he's going to break down. We're talking about a guy there that carries, that runs, that's got some tenacity about him. But the fear factor in me, I really like this player, is that he's not fully fit yet. Is he going to have a little problem? Is he going to break down? So I put him in there. I know what I see in this player, knowing him from Chelsea and stuff, and I was a big advocate of the signing, but I also am fearful that he might break. But I would start that, and you can always change it at half time. Garnacho is a good guy to impact the game. Ericsson is good as well, bro. Minimal touches. But again, how's this game going to go? If the game is being played in our half a lot, then you're inclined to think Garnacho is important in that. But if we're looking to get hold of the ball and we're gonna come to play a little bit and not just look to, hit the outlet, run onto it. Because don't forget, Dorgu is a good runner too.
Yeah.
He can give you that, and that's hard to pick up as well. Delo is also, he's not phenomenal, but he can break. So I'm looking at compensating for Garnacho while having players that are can look after the ball. Ericsson's certainly one of those. Take the sting out of the game a little bit if it's getting away from us. He's good at that. And Ericsson playing in the 10, bro, it's okay because he's not playing in the 6.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So this is my thinking.
For me, I think we will sit really tight with this block here, and there will be space on the outside for City to attack into. So most likely, let's say if City comes here and they have the ball, they would just carry the ball up until here and double up. And when they do this, when they double up on the wings like this, they will drag Euro. So Euro's positional sense, or Mazraoui's positional sense, if it's on the other side, will be really important. Because as soon as one of these guys, let's say Euro, moves out here, there will be a space. And it's this space. And we know they have players like Phil Foden, other players that will instantly run into this space, in behind the wide centre backs going out. Because this is how you break down a low block. You drag out the centre backs. So for me, I think tomorrow will be most important things is how our wide centre back do positionally, and not let themselves get dragged out. And if they do, we have to push really quick over to the other side like this. We have to understand how to shift our shape all the time. If not, it will get ugly. So from a tactical point of view, this is what I see City will try to do. If I was Pep Guardiola, I would say to my guys, there will be space on the side, double up, force them to move out and create space centrally, because this is what we should have done against Nottingham Forest, but we didn't, because we don't have the footballing IQ to understand how to break down a low block. So against Nottingham Forest, we should have done this, but we didn't. So that's just my tactical point. I will give the wheels back to you, Nordin. Sorry for taking over your show for 5 minutes.
As I was listening, you're not taking over. Far from it. I think everything you said is spot on, 100%. Manchester United cannot convert anything. I thought their approach play against Nottingham Forest was good, but Nottingham Forest that played in a tough semi-final, played 120 minutes. Took a couple of days before, 2 days before that, they were there for the taking. But instead, we had a corner and we let a player run 60, 50 yards and scored a goal so comfortably. It was unbelievable. Yeah. It was unbelievable. And then we can't do shit. We cannot do anything. So it is what it is. But we just battle on. Like I said, I don't know if I'm going to go tomorrow, honestly. I'm like, I had a nice day today in the sun. If tomorrow's lovely, I might watch the game, but I might just go and enjoy the sun and then come in at 4:30. You know what I mean? What's the point of me getting myself all depressed and worked up and angry and anxious when I come out of the stadium? Why should I be effing and blinding, losing a derby? You know what I mean? So I'll see how I feel when I get up tomorrow. See what the weather's like. If it's a lovely sunny day, nah, I'm not having it ruined.
It was nice today, bro.
Winter. It was a horrible dark winter. I'm going to enjoy some of the spring sunshine. But other than that, yes, I think the game has shifted from Pep Guardiola's the Pepification, the Pep style of football, possession, tiki-taka. I think the Premier League has moved far from that. I think he's playing catch-up right now. I think he's trying to play that football where the league has become a transitional. The league is super transitional. We are now the German. In world football, I think we're second to Germany in terms of the amount of goals that are scored on a transition. Winning possession and then going goal to direct to goal. Liverpool might have played with a bit more control, but they're super direct. They play long balls. Do not get it twisted. Van Dijk finds the passes, left foot, right foot, bang. They hit the wide guys. They hit them really quick. They go from back to
and Gravenberch.
Yeah,
to be fair.
Yeah, and they go from back to forward in seconds. So that is what's ruling at the moment. That's why you got Nottingham Forest, who are the best at it, getting the ball. They get the ball from A to B so quickly. And that's why they have shots. They don't need to dominate possession. They don't need to have a lot of shots. They don't need to keep it to make saves. They're just very proficient. That's why they're third.
But Forest don't win games if they go down. If they go down 1-0 or 2-0, they don't come back.
Yeah, they don't come back because it's very difficult to go and start playing front foot football, dominating the ball. Yeah, because they don't want the ball. They're pouncing on mistakes. They're set up to set traps. So at the end of the day, tomorrow it will be in the sunshine if the weather's nice. And kind of would the cowards turn up? Would they turn up? Would Amorim not do what he did, the disturbing things he did? We know what they say in it. If it's not broke, don't fix it. Would he do what he did against Nottingham Forest and play Bruno in a 10 when Bruno can't play there anymore? He doesn't have the movements, lateral movements. He can't play on the back foot. You know what I mean? He can't receive the ball in tight areas. Or is he going to play him from a bit more from deeper? Is he going to let Sirski drop into the hole where Sirski usually been dropping in the last couple of games and actually bring people into play? Or, you know what I mean? I don't know what he's going to do. I don't know.
This formation makes my life hard every week picking midfield. Honestly, this formation is hurting my head a little bit. I want it to work. I see the patterns of play and shit like that. I do get it. But man, I'm not used to this kind of thing. And what Amorim is trying to do, man, is, to me anyway, I'm not used to it. It's a bit. So every week I'm sitting there scratching and scraping. I'm thinking, who's gonna do? And it's just unorthodox. I'm more used to a 4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1, that kind of thing. But we are never ever going to see that with that Ruben Amorim. From what he says, this is my idea. This is why you hired me. I need the players to make this, to do this. I don't know if this is going to succeed on a weekly basis and win us anything of substance or challenge for things. I still am not sure. I have to wait, get some players, give him, at least 30% of a season, and then see, is there anything here that I can hold on to? Am I enjoying what I'm seeing? Do I think that we are starting to become a force to be reckoned with? I'm still far away from that, man. I'm still far away from that. And every week it's the same shit. Better players. Do we need better players? Yeah. Would a Harry Kane make a difference? I think so. I really do think so. The quality of work dropping into where Højlund is, the technique of Harry Kane, the ability to find others and then run. Yes, it makes a difference. Somebody like Kvaratskhelia of PSG, which is kind of the quality Man United have been used to. Yes, get the ball, face up your man one-on-one, rip him, and make a right decision. Yes, against Forest, if he's there, perhaps it's a different outcome. Better understanding of the wing back position. Yes, it could make a difference. But yeah, I'm still conflicted, man. And every week it is difficult. I get to midfield and I start thinking, fuck, I don't know what to do exactly, to be honest with you. And this is my problem with Man United at the moment. Maybe you guys have a better handle on it than me, but that is how I genuinely feel on a weekly basis. I'm fine with the back line. It picks itself. The keeper's going to play. We've only got two options really at fullback. Amas is a young kid, you can say that, but it's Delo or it's this guy at the minute. Then I can't find the right balance. Yeah, I take Højlund out, but then in my heart I feel, shit, we're 10 yards deeper now. Can we get to the goal? Can we get there? Not with the whole game in front of us, but get in behind now. Because the player that naturally wants to occupy that space and occupy the centre back, now that's vacated.
Yeah.
But even when he plays, it's vacated sometimes because he's dropping so deep. And then it's kind of like drop deep, suck the centre backs in with you, and hopefully go over the top. I'm struggling. I am struggling with the system.
Yeah, you're not alone.
Listen, the biggest thing for me, what Amorim is doing, he's tried to play patient football. I don't know if any of you guys have noticed, Jarvis. Anytime Manchester United rotate the ball and they go backwards, they don't go forwards. And that's why, especially at Old Trafford, it's been really difficult. When you're in the stadium, Bumbai Cisse said the ball goes backwards. They recycle to go the other way around, right? To get the position set, to get the resting fence in place, right? But
yeah, but it's because he wants to get the press trap. He wants them to push forward.
Yeah, I know. Trap. But he doesn't understand that actually teams do that automatically, right? The press trap is already set, but they go from quickly as they can. And the reason why you do it when the defense is destabilized, you turn defenders and quickly attack with quick movements and quick passes, bang, 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 to get goals, to get shots in the goal, or whipping crosses in the box with runners going into the box. And we don't do that. And that's why we don't score goals, because he still tried to play this patient that go around the game, go around the houses. I'm just like, at this moment in time, play the league. The league's doing this. The league's not done this patient. By that time, they get set in position, and then we can't go anywhere. And we give headless chickens like Garnacho the ball, and he loses it. Or it's just sky over.
Yeah, I think, Norden, one of the biggest issues are the quality of our players. Because if you're going to set a press trap, you are setting up the team you're setting the opposition to force the press, and there will be space to run into. But you have to be able to play out with the same amount of players if they go man to man, and the marking will be tight, so there won't be a lot of space. So we have to
But
be
we don't
able
through-
to,
but
as
we
in
don't
the
play
Serbian
through
football,
midfield.
to play the bounce pass 1-2s and be
Well,
able
we
to,
don't do that.
to play in tight areas. But we don't have the players.
We don't do that. We don't do that. And obviously, the guy that we played through that bounce pass a little bit was Martinez. You know, but we don't do that. We don't have Martinez, and we don't do that. And Onana just kicks the fucking ball out.
But that's why I like the Xerxes-Bruno combination. When Bruno is deeper and Xerxes is higher up, because they two together are able to play
on the ball
in tight areas.
Xerxes is the only one who can get ball on the ball and actually bring people into play. When the ball goes into the last third.
But that's a key word, Nordin. You say bring people into play. That's so important, because that's what Xerxes do. You bring people into play. So we need, and he sets the timing, you know, the timing of the attack, because it's all about the timing. I know I'm talking about the timing all the time, but it's so important.
You're talking about, it's the rhythm. Timing is also
the rhythm. Yeah, the rhythm and timing. Because when the timing is right, when the rhythm is right, we will get the fullbacks, wing backs into position. And then we have the width. So we stretch out the defense, and there will be places for us to run into and penetrate the attack and have more strength going forward. And this is what we're lacking. So, but at the end of the day, it goes down to quality of our players.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's a system fault. It's not a tactical fault from Amorim. It's more of a quality issue.
Yeah. Anyway, people. Anyway, give me your score tomorrow, Jarvis. Let's do this.
Yeah, a draw, 1-1.
Bombaye.
1-1.
People predict the score tomorrow.
1-1, bro.
Let's go.
2-2.
I think it's 2-1 to Man City. That's how I think. That's my honest feeling. I'm not trying to gaslight you. I think Manchester United would hoof on puff. But I don't think we test keepers enough. I genuinely don't think we test the goalkeepers enough. We don't test goalkeepers enough. Goalkeepers don't make saves. So I think if City score, they're gonna hit us with Dogu and Savinho and gonna hit us on the counter. He's been doing that sometimes, Pep Guardiola. He's no longer doing tiki-taka. He's trying to hit people on the counter.
I wonder if Grealish will play tomorrow. He scored in the last game. Did all right. He seems to be coming back into it, maybe.
Yeah.
We play Sunday, so that's a tough day for Grealish. You know.
Of course. He's getting on the piss. He's going on the piss. That boy Grealish is getting pissed every week.
Nick Nash is going for 3-1.
He gets pissed every week.
Dav concurs with what you guys are saying. Xerxes does hold the ball, links up play. It's either Xerxes or Bruno in that role, in his opinion. I think I agree with that.
Play that. Bruno can't hold up the ball. No way as good as Xerxes. Bruno cannot hold up. Xerxes can play on the back foot, front foot. You haven't got the. Bruno can't do that with his back to goal. He can't do that.
Marcus de Modson is got a point there. You know, it's the last ever derby for Kevin De Bruyne. Maybe he'll want to go out with a bang if he plays. Yeah, it's going to be nice, man. I'm looking forward to it.
I just wanted to go. So news has broken in the last couple of days. Garnacho's family, his parents, his siblings have gone back to Spain. He's selling the house that he lives with them, and he's got into a smaller house, which people are saying spells that he's leaving. I wish him all the luck. I don't think he can no longer develop. If I was him, I look in the mirror and go, I'm not developed in a year. I look worse than what I did the year before.
Maybe he's, big house, family going back, downsize a bit.
Yeah, well, why are family going back? Because he expects to move, so he's setting the things ahead of time. I genuinely don't think, like I said to you, majority of young players at Manchester United, I did a video, I broke it down, do not develop. United do not develop young players. They don't. No. They do not. It's not a stable football club for young players to develop. So if I was Garnacho, I'd be like, ta-da, see you later. As far as Amorim coming out and saying he's going to win the league, I told you every manager gets to a place where they start being delusional. Amorim, you've got your time. you've got is that you've got 2.5 years. You are not getting the time to go and challenge for a league. And you're not going to get the players to go and challenge for a league, my friend. I don't know what you're smoking, but that's not happening. I know you have to say certain things to prop up Ineos, your bosses and Glazers, and say, oh, yeah, this is what we want to do. But yeah, this is a couple of quotes just to show you what he's talking about in the presser. So let me just get this up.
Has Ten Hag got another job yet?
No, he's still getting paid by Manchester United. Contractually, he can't.
He's waiting for the Real Madrid job in the summer.
He can't, basically. I just want, He can't take a job yet, Budbye. So this is what Ruben Amorim is saying. Ruben Amorim, how to plan to be successful with small budget. We have similar position to Sporting, maybe lower, but it's different. Jason Wilcox have to be good in the recruitment. We have to know our system. So look, he's putting the pressure on the players to deliver. But then he's also coming out with some delusional stuff, saying that United is going to win the league. You know what I mean? I said, I'm not going to win the title next year. I'm not crazy. But and he says he's in rush to improve to challenge the Premier League title of Manchester United. So he's basically saying he wants to win. And I saw the quote, where is it? I just can't find it at this moment in time. But he said he will win a league title, Premier League title with Manchester United. And I'm like, mate, you haven't got 10 games. You've only got 10 games next season.
Yeah.
Either this guy is delusional now, or he knows something we don't know. Let's see. He's got some time.
And basically, the recruitment here is, it's not just about big names, spending a lot of money. Sometimes a young player is at the end of his contract at a big club, and we can use the name of Manchester United to bring him.
Yeah. The word around the campfire is Garnacho is leaving to Napoli, and we are buying Osimhen from Napoli because he's on loan from on Galatasaray from Napoli. So, and apparently he wants to come to United. That's the thing. So there is a small chance that we will get Osimhen.
I don't know about that.
Nah, neither do I. But the word around the campfire is that all the big reporters say that. So I don't know if it's true or not. But I wouldn't cry if we could do something like that. Sell Garnacho and buy Osimhen. I think that will be strengthening our team immensely, because I think our weakest link now at the moment is the striker position. Yeah, we all know it.
It's costing us a lot, that striker position.
Yeah. But the question is, do you guys think that Osimhen is the right guy? How many goals would you expect?
Listen, all I know is that at Napoli, you had to cross the ball into him. Manchester United do not cross the ball consistently enough for a guy to be in the box.
But you got to take into consideration, Anthony's gone, Rashford is gone, Garnacho is gone, Sancho is gone. So who are the wingers crossing? We have Dalot, we have...
They have to buy one. They have to buy. Ahmad will come back, and we have to buy him. But look, we got a lot of balls into the box at Forest, albeit they were shit, most of them.
Yeah, we did it in the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, we did. But he's good in the air, and Osimhen as well is not a guy that just... He can make shit happen on his own. He can run the channels. He's a busy guy. He's not a target man only. There's more to his game than that, from when I watched him at Napoli. Yeah. We're not signing Oliver Bierhoff here. He has got some do you know what I mean? He will get some service, and he can make things happen for himself.
One thing I would say, you will never accuse him of being lazy or not pressing or not fighting.
Yeah,
but
no, he is
not. You need to cross the ball up to him.
Do you know what? Tell me the strikers that are about today. There's no strikers really about, man. We're plucking at guys that look nice on YouTube that are just starting their careers.
Remind me, because I was out on Friday.
Like who?
Did you make the video about the talents?
No, I haven't. I did some research. That's why I watched the Monaco game today, because I wanted to be sure before I post the
There's a
video.
couple
I
of
don't want to
youngsters.
look like an.
Monaco have got a couple of youngsters that played well in the Champions League games when I watched them.
They do. But after watching the Wolves game today, I think actually Strand Larsen is quite good. I think he could do a job for a season or two.
He's up
Premier
there,
League
you know,
Premier-
in terms of conversion. You know, this season,
he's
conversion.
actually had a decent season, that guy.
11
I think
goals in
so.
the Premier League this
Yeah.
so far, and you know he contributes with, as he's a striker, but he also is good in the build-up play. He fights a lot, and you know he drops down when it's opposite set pieces, corner kicks, and he defends really well his own box. So
Yeah.
yes, he contributes with a lot of extra stuff.
His conversion rate, his conversion, you know, goal chance to goal ratio is really good.
Yeah, and he's still young. He's still young.
Yeah.
So,
man,
yeah.
strikers, lads. There's not a lot of them about, honestly. If you talk about real killers, you got a handful, and they're coming to the end of their careers now.
And the big rumor is that I think there's more of a big rumor us being linked with Liam Delap than Osimhen coming. At the moment in the UK, I don't know if you're paying attention, Jarvis, but in the UK, that's what we tip with 40. People are even talking about a price for him over 40 million. We're going to pay more than the you know, the kind of like the you know, what's it called, where the club set a price for the player. What's it called?
Release clause.
The release clause. Yeah, the release. We're gonna pay more than the release clause and to get him. I've said it. Remember, I've said it on this channel.
You said it time ago, yeah.
I said Liam that I like Liam Delap. I think he's out of the young strikers. He's the one ahead, but Manchester United need to go. They don't just need to sign Liam Delap. I will say take Liam Delap because I think Manchester United should have loads of striking options. But I also believe you should then go and get a 26-year-old, 27-year-old, 27.
Yeah, if we were serious, we would have brought both Osimhen and Delap in.
Yeah,
sold Højlund or shift him on a loan, get him to develop his game and buy, because we need more strikers. You know, one injury away, we can't just rely on Osimhen next season anyway. We need another striker, and I don't think Højlund is good enough.
Norobura, Delap or Osimhen?
No, both of them. Another ultra striker. We need a guy.
Have one, bro.
No, we can't have one. Why should we settle for one? We start.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just trying to understand where you're at.
No. For me, Delap because he's got fundamentals in his game that are, you can't coach that. You can't coach that stuff that he can do. But we need an experienced guy who can get positions and who's going to coach the rest of the team around him where to put the ball in for him to score.
But Norin, if you were in Delap's entourage, his advisors, would you tell him to go to Man United when Ipswich goes down, because he needs to change club in the summer? Because you have to think of himself and how to develop his career, and all that pressure on a young man's shoulder coming in as the main man of Man United. If it was me, I would say no, don't go there.
Jarvis, let me say this to you. If I'm a person who's advising any young players, I would tell them to run an absolute mile from Manchester United. It would be the last place on earth I would send them to, because we don't develop players, and fans watch players, and then we go over the top and start killing them. And I'm guilty as anybody. And we slaughter these players, even though they've been here for 5 minutes. We don't give them time to settle in period. We don't give them any adjustment period. We come out and we absolutely slaughter them. So at the end of the day, I wouldn't. That's what I'm saying. If I'm Kobe, if I'm Aiden Heaven, if I am if I'm Garnacho, I would not. If I'm Cheeto, I'll be like, get me out of here. Go and develop somewhere else. You're not going to develop at Manchester United. Yeah. And Cheeto might score goals next season, couple of goals, and then he'll play one bad game, and that's it. He's the worst player in the history of football. That's our fan base. Because we're not winning, and rather than actually take action against the owners of the football club and the vultures of this football club, we rather take it out on the coaches and players, and we're cowards. Majority of the fan base. So our fan base split into sheep who just go along with any fucking PR propaganda. Then you've got bootlickers who just love licking boots and everything that comes at the club. They love to clean boots, man. They love to fucking lick boots. Then you've got another part of the fan base. You've got us who just because we're cowards. We're too cowardly to call out the real problems at Manchester United. So we go after coaches and younger players.
That's brilliant, Dino. Listen, bro, we've got lots of young players now, yeah. Do you think that we're gonna start improving these young lads? Because we seem to be getting just young players, you know, Chido, Heaven, Garnacho, Ahmad, the whole frigging team, Rioro, lots of young guys here, Dorgu. If he's signing these players, and this is what we're gonna be doing.
No. By the way, Bumbai, let me repeat. Let me get this up for you. Let me get this quote up for you. Amorim is already stated he's got nothing to do with the signing. So let me show you. Let me just show you. You're putting Amorim in the mix. Let me just show you, Bumbaye. He specifically said, look where he says. He says here, he literally names Jason Wilcox, and he says, Jason Wilcox has to bring the players. He says here, where is he?
Nah, Wilcox is the guy.
That's what he said. That's what he said. Ruben Amorim, how he plans to be successful with small budget. We are in similar position with Sporting, maybe lower, but this is different. Jason Wilcox and I have to be good in recruitment. We have to know our system.
So look,
he's putting,
let me explain.
He's putting Jason Wilcox in there, bro.
No, Jason Wilcox isn't there because Ruben Amorim did an interview about 2 months ago. It's on YouTube. They asked him about signings. He said, I am exclusively in charge of all signings. Nobody gets signed if I don't say yes.
Who's that?
Ruben Amorim. I'll send you the interview.
Yeah. I saw that.
I'll send you. Yeah, he said, I am the boss when it comes to these signings. But
no. He said he's part of a team. He said he's part of a team.
He stressed. Listen. He stressed, I am in charge of signings. Nobody gets signed without my say so. That's what he said. Proper. Jason Wilcox is the footballing guy now that understands I need to sign, and he understands football too. He's supposed to be a conduit between the pitch and the signings, as opposed to Ed Woodward just says, yeah, I'll go and do the deal. So Amorim's not the guy that goes to Napoli and says, Osimhen. No, that's Wilcox's job. So they have to work together. They have to work as part of a team. This is what I need. They will tell him, these are the options we've got. This is why this guy and this is why that guy. Similar to Liverpool. So in that sense, we have got a better group of people, I think, now. Jason Wilcox is an ex-footballer. He's won the Premier League. He's done a good job. So he's a good guy to have. But Amorim, bro, is in charge of signings. And if he goes and signs a pile of shit for 90 million, you can
we haven't got 90 million. Manchester are not
I'm just giving you an example. The reason I want to stress this.
I'm telling you now, Manchester United are not spending any more 90 million.
I'm just giving you an example for a reason. I want to get that out there and clear it up now. When the signings come in, if everything's falling apart and is shit, you can look at Ruben Amorim and say, hey, man.
No, it's not. But this is where you're wrong. It's to do with the footballing structure. It's Omar Barada, Wilcox, and the recruitment team are much as involved as Ruben Amorim. Manchester United said they've employed a coach. He's not a manager. He's a coach, first team coach.
But he will sign off on the signings.
No. Yes, he would have to agree. He would have to agree
to
some. But not all the signings. Some of them are going to be club signings. I promise you. Amorim asked if Man City could win the title in 2020. Of course, I understand I'm not naive. Sometimes it's for me, I cannot manage the expectation. I know what we're not going to be is the biggest contender in the next year or 2 years. We're doing lots of things. Sometimes we have changed players because we've had to adjust to our new standards. That's a big shot at Rashford. We have to change a lot of things. We've changed a lot of stuff. We've changed thing inside the club. I cannot say we need lot years. I cannot manage that. I'm not saying we're going to win the title next year. I'm not crazy. Next year we're suffering a lot. We are suffering a lot to be so much better. That's what.
Hopefully, man. Hopefully.
Yeah. But anyway, last word from you, Lesso. Go ahead, Lesso. I'm tired, people. I'm tired. We've done 2 hours again. I'm tired. Go ahead. Go ahead, Lesso. Last word from you.
Yeah, guys, let's just hope that we get a result against City, and then we take it from there. Hopefully, we can build up the confidence, and try and go further in the Europa League. Personally, but yeah,
Europa.
but we'll see. We'll see how things go. But
any players
I'm
Manchester
not
United
holding
sign, just to repeat what Bombay, I'm not putting it on Amorim. I'm putting it on Ineos. Go ahead, go ahead, Lesso. Sorry.
Now, guys, we'll see how things go. But like I told you, even next season, I'm gonna see how much they back this guy. And backing doesn't mean that you get him the exact players. You make sure that he gets the players that he needs going forward, and that will help supplement whichever way best we want to play. So, yeah, I'm still saying that we're gonna draw that game. It's gonna be 2-2. Personally, but yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, Avas?
Yeah, I just want to remind everybody who are part of who is going to the game tomorrow that there will be a protest sit-in.
Sit-in, yeah.
So I
I
don't
might
know if
just go to the sit-in. I might just go after the game and just watch it with my friends and then walk into the stadium and sit down.
yeah,
The gates will be open.
but will there be a march in the before the game or
No.
just
Sit-in.
after the game? Sit-in. Yeah. So I hope that everybody that goes to the game are a part of the sit-in after the game, because I don't know if it helps, but we have to try at least as fans to do our best to get the Glazers out. So people be prepared tomorrow, and the weather will be nice. So why don't use 1 hour extra just to sit in and do your thing for helping Man United or helping us get the club back? So I don't know what's your take on the protest, Noradin. At least it's something new.
I think I was there last year when we did the sit-down one. I thought that was good. About 5,000 fans inside. We all congregated in the lower and the upper tier of the Stretford end. And you can see me banging on the advertising boards. You can clearly see me on some of the videos. So I hope to be there tomorrow. Yeah, I think we have to try everything. We have to try everything. But like I said before, there are too many sheep, and then there's too many bootlickers in the stadium as well.
The 58s are saying sit in after the game.
Yeah,
after the final whistle. Be loud, bring flags, banners, and fight for fan culture before the club takes it away. So make your feelings known in the solidarity, because your seat will be next. Our seat, not yours. The 58s.
Yeah. That's what's happening. My 2 pence. Go ahead, Bombay. Last word from you.
Yeah, let's just go for it tomorrow. Enjoy the game, hopefully, man, and roll on Man United. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, I agree with you, Jamie Wayne. By the way, 100%. That's what the new model is. Sell young players. That's what the Bowley's doing at Chelsea, and United are copying them.
Yeah, but Chelsea's in the mud. They're in the mud.
They got beat today.
No. Financially.
Oh yeah. They had to sell. They had to like sell something with their women's team.
They sold 2 hotels to their own mother company of Chelsea, and they sold the women's team. And UEFA didn't approve how they mix and tricks with numbers, so they didn't get the extra to cover I think they lost 120 million something over the last 3 years, and they were not allowed to do that because of the numbers. So yeah, Chelsea, maybe they will receive a fine or a ban in Europe.
Yeah. Big up. It is what it is, people. It is what it is. So yeah, I'm not expecting anything tomorrow. I hope to be shocked and surprised that Manchester United perform fantastically and beat Man City 3-0 so I can have a fantastic Sunday. I pray, I hope. We hope and pray.
Yes.
Living on a prayer. Whoa, whoa. We're halfway there. Whoa, whoa.
Living on a prayer.
On a prayer, living on a prayer.
We're living on a prayer.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
They got me singing whoa, 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 whoa. They got me singing whoa, whoa, living on a prayer, mate. So people, yeah. I'm living on a prayer. I'm wishing for that. I'm wishing to be silenced by Bruno tomorrow. By Garnacho coming on banging in goals. I'm hoping to be silenced by Diego Dalot, man of the match performance. But yeah, I ain't cowardly FC. I'm expecting cowardly FC, but I hope courageous FC turns up and puts on a show, which has been an abysmal season, and actually plays with a bit of courage and wins the derby. I'm hoping and praying it happens.
But Norin, looking past the result, what would you have to see tomorrow to be happy after the game?
Their goalkeeper being man of the match.
Okay.
That's I told you, if Manchester United play a game and they don't win or they lose, but the goalkeeper of the opposition is man of the match, I'll be coming here defending that manager's tactics and no players.
Yep.
I will do it. That's all I ask for. Scholesy, stop cleaning yourself, you little shit. Stop cleaning the medicine I put on your head.
Scholesy, don't be a bootlicker.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah. He'll never be a bootlicker. He's too rebellious.
Bro,
Scholes is too rebellious, mate. He's anti-establishment.
If he's your son, bro, he will never be a bootlicker.
We don't know where Tom is. We don't know where Tom is, Shekari, and I swear to God, we don't know nothing of the news. Jarvis, do you know anything about? I go on his Twitter. I've not seen him post anything. I hope Tom is all right.
Yeah, seriously.
But we don't know what happened to Tom. Yeah.
So if anyone lives in the Seven Hills, if you live in the Seven Hills of Sheffield, make some banners, put them up. Have you seen Tom?
Have you seen a Yorkshire man? A Yorkshire man. Last thing I heard from him was when he came back from Sri Lanka.
Yeah.
And that was months and months ago. But anyway, people, big up to everybody. Please smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel without subscribe. Look, people who have been years in this channel, that Danny B has been a URT army, and he doesn't get any notification anymore because we're shadow banned. And in the last couple of weeks, actually, the shadow ban has even got crazier because we're not getting anywhere near the numbers of people watching the videos. We're not anywhere near. We used to at least have 200 people watching. Now we're struggling with 100 live. And also, the numbers who watch it after are nowhere near the same. But we don't give a damn. We're shadow banned, but we don't give a hoot. You know why? Because we don't give a damn about the Zios. Zios can go on, suck on one. F the Zios, free Palestine, free Lebanon, free Sudan, free the Congo, free the people, free the land, free them all. F the Glazers, F Ineos, and any of the bootlickers, and the sheep, and you too. That's how it is. Keep it one and F the GCSEs. No exams will ever make you define you as a human being. Yeah. Don't let any exam results ever define you as a human being. So big up. Big up. There you go. Sheikh Harry Sanchez after GCSEs. We'll be back tomorrow after the game, but make sure you check out straight after the game. Straight after the game, man like Tactical Devils will be breaking down the game with Stu straight after the game. So make sure you check that out tomorrow. As soon as kickoff is over, Tactical Devils is where it's at to catch a breakdown of video clips of what happened, what the story of the game.
And yesterday we had Keith Hackett on. He did a great interview, 1.5 hour.
I listened to some of it, Jarvis, this morning when I was out on the bike, and I'm going to listen to the rest of it. So please go to Tactical Devils and go and subscribe there.
Thank you.
In terms of other things, Garnacho, any young player, don't come to Manchester United. You don't get the time to develop because you got fans like us who are cowards who won't talk about the real issues. All we talk about is the coaches and the young players and blame them for everything. While taking the heat of the people, we should be putting the heat on a spotlight on, which is the Glazers and Ineos, who are ruining this football club. This summer is the most vital transfer window in the Premier League history for Manchester United. Yes. So we'll be discussing the result and everything. We'll be live later on in the evening, Sunday night, and we'll break down some of the game. We'll go through the talking points of the game. If I'm there, I'm there. If I'm not, you know what I mean, I'm not. But yeah, see how I feel tomorrow. But big up. Make sure you check out Jarvis Cocker Bowley, BOLE 77 on Twitter, and Tactical Devils on YouTube. Make sure you check out Less So Football TV and check out at Black Rain on Twitter or X. Bumbaye, you'll never see him anywhere other than on Tactical Devils and on URT, United Real Therapy. If you want to follow me on the X. That's the handle. That guy, Red Devil, Mr. Structure. Come on, see what I've got to say. But I'm being shadow banned on there as well. Elon Musk does not like me because I go after the Zionist. And he is a bootlicker to the religion is known as Zionism. Zionism.
He licks the bottom of the soul, that guy, not even the boot.
Zionism, by the way, has nothing to do with Judaism. Judaism is a beautiful religion like all religions. Yeah. We don't discriminate against people because of their religion. Yeah. Yeah. So just remember that, people. Do not get Judaism and Zionism. Do not get them mixed up. Jewish people live all over the world. The state of Israel is not the home of Jewish people. It's the home of a Zionist, psychopathic colonizers, imperialists, warmongers, war machine, death cult. That's who they are. Anyway, we don't give a damn. But please if you like the community and you appreciate that nobody's asking you to do anything other than smash a like on the video, please let people know about the channel. Subscribe to the channel. Get in the comments. Please, United fans, get your score predictions in. Man of the match predictions in. And last but not least, I'll say Kevin De Bruyne, you played fantastic for a long, long time. Yeah, you are definitely in the top 5 of the top Premier League. I agree with Bumbaye. You are in the top 5 of all great midfield players in the Premier League. You are one of the best assist kings in a long time, consistently for the decade. So, yeah, big up to you. I know you're going to Saudi Arabia. Enjoy the last payday. Jews are not the problem. Zionism is tearing up their reputation. Yeah, Zionism is hijacking. And actually, Sheikh Arian, there are more Muslim Zionists than there are in Jewish Zionists in the world. In fact, there are more atheist Zionists than there are of Jewish Zionists in the world. There are more Christian Zionists than there are of Jewish Zionists in the world. So, we hope and pray for a Manchester United to ball out tomorrow, to send Kevin De Bruyne's last, make it a nightmare other than a memorable one. We hope and pray. We're living on a prayer. We're not halfway there. We're not even started, people. But Ineos out, Glazers out, F the colonizers, F the Zionos, and free Palestine. Free all the people. We don't discriminate people against their religious views, their orientation, their gender. We don't discriminate against people. Free the Manchester 10 and free Manchester United. Good night, and we're out.
Good
Like
night.
I said, tomorrow, straight after the game, Tactical Devils. Check out the breakdown. Tune in, subscribe to that channel, people. Jarvis, actually go and hit us with a hit us. Tee up the little advertisement. Come on, tee it up. Let's get that going. Get people excited. Anything retro, anything 1970s. Jarvis and Stu can do watch-alongs, do tactical breakdowns of games of the different decades of Manchester United, from the 70s to the 80s to the 90s to the 90s to the 2000s. They'll break down games. You, that's tacticals can decide and vote for what decade or what game they tactically break down.
Mm-hmm.
And they got a superstar man like Keith Hackett. The guy used to be the head of the Premier League referees. It's on their channel on their regular.
Yeah, it's been 3 times now. So yeah, he's a great guy. Great guy. I can't find it, Nordin, so we have to play it for another day.
Another day, people. Another day. They got man like Rick Astley. Never gonna give you up. Well, yeah. I think I'm becoming nearer the time when I'm giving up on Manchester United. I don't think I've given up on Manchester United. I don't think majority of the fans have given up on Manchester United. But Manchester United, the people who own Manchester United, the people who run Manchester United, have given up on the fans. Facts. And we're out.